Is your Android device getting slow? Are you tired of low memory issues? Or do you want to remove those bloatwares on your device and add a new life to your old Android phone? Or you simply want to upgrade to a higher version of Android, but you don't know how to do that? In that case, this video is for you. In today's video, I'll be showing you how to install a custom ROM on any Android device, whether it's a phone or a tablet. I'll try to be as basic as possible so it'll be helpful for both of you who are pros in Android and for those who are new to Android. Again, it's 100% safe and fail-proof. So I hope you remember me. I'm your host HK. Welcome to the Android Guy. Now folks, this will be a full fail-proof tutorial. I'll be showing you how to install a custom ROM without the risks of bricking or harming your lovely device. I'll be also explaining each of these steps in detail as we go along. So do watch this video tutorial till the very end, because it's always better to follow one full tutorial than following multiple tutorials and getting confused. Now, there are two ways of installing a custom ROM. Number one, by using a computer. Number two, directly from a device itself by using a custom recovery. The PC method is not used much these days. However, the second method, that is flashing a ROM through a custom recovery, is used by like 95% of the people, because it's fast and the ROM can be installed directly on your phone without the need of getting up from your seat. So what is a custom recovery and how do I get it? Simply put, a custom recovery is basically a piece of software that sits on top of your Android device and allows you to install, flash, backup ROMs and do a lot of things directly from a device itself without the need of connecting it with the computer. So basically, if you want a custom ROM, you will need a custom recovery on your device. That's the first step. Alright, I get it. Sounds easy. So how do I get a custom recovery for my device? Well, there's no one answer to this question. I mean, it's not a question in which you ask me, hey, what should I do after I brush my teeth? Well, you eat your breakfast. And that's because the method to install a custom recovery is slightly different for different devices. So no one tutorial will fit all the devices. But the overall process is very simple and it will not take more than 10-15 minutes. So what do we do now? We go to our common buddy, Google search. On Google search, enter in your device model number plus custom recovery. You can find your device's model number in Android settings under the About Devices tab. And here you will find tons and tons of tutorials. Again, any tutorial will work as long as it is for your specific device. I recommend websites like XDA developers as they are the most trusted place to get Android tutorials and ROMs. Again guys, the process of flashing a custom recovery is very simple and straightforward. Just follow the instructions and you will have a custom recovery in under 15 minutes. Simple stuff. Once a custom recovery is flashed, you're all set. Now the only thing which you will need is a custom ROM file. So let's call our common buddy again, Google search. In Google search, type in your device model number plus custom ROM. Different ROM provide different feel and features, so choose the one which suits your taste. Again, I recommend websites like XDA developers as they are the most trusted place to download ROMs. Any ROM will work as long as it is made for your specific device. But today, I'm looking for CyanogenMod mod ROM based on Android version 5.1.1, and here we have the website. Do read any additional information given here before you download the ROM. Again, make sure that the ROM you're downloading is for your specific device. Now once you have two things on your device, that is number one, a custom recovery flashed, and number two, we are all set to flash the custom ROM. But before we do that, let me show you my current phone. It's a Samsung Galaxy S4 running on a stock TouchWiz based ROM with a few modifications. This is the TouchWiz UI, huge, colorful and rounded icons. Now there are a lot of bloatwares here eating up my phone memory and RAM. Some people like it, some people don't, but it's definitely not the fastest ROM out there. TouchWiz does slow down over time. And if you go to the Android setting and in About Devices, as you can see, it's running on Android version 5.0.2. And also, most importantly, make a backup of all of your data and apps on your phone by using Titanium Backup if you have root, or use App Backup and Restore app. Both apps are free on Play Store, as flashing a custom ROM will wipe all of your apps and data on your device. Alright, it's time. Let's go ahead and flash a custom ROM. First of all, you'll need to turn off your device. Once your device is completely turned off, boot into the custom recovery by holding a set of hardware buttons. On most Samsung phones, it's volume up plus home plus the power button pressed at the same time. Now it might be different for different devices, so do check the place where you got your custom recovery to find out how to boot into yours. If the custom recovery was flashed correctly, your device will boot into the custom recovery menu. Let me zoom in a bit so that you can have a better view. So here's how the custom recovery looks like. Use the volume rocker buttons to move up and down, and use the power button to select the options that you want to choose. Now there are several types of custom recoveries out there like clockwork mod, TWRP, fills, etc. They might look a little different, but more or less the basic set of options here will be same across all the recoveries. Now I'm running on clockwork mod recovery, also known as CMW recovery, and here you will find a bunch of options, and at the top you will have the install zip option, which will flash or install a custom ROM. As simple as that. But before you do that, now guys, this is very important, pay attention. Scroll down to backup and restore option and select backup to SD card. Now what will this do is it will back up the entire of your Android with all of your apps, games, save files, accounts, contacts, everything on your Android, and store it as a single file on your phone memory. So in case if you don't like the new ROM, or if you want to go back to your original state, simply boot into the recovery, select restore from SD, and boom, your device will be back to exactly how you left it. So do create a backup before flashing a new ROM. Now once that is done, go back and scroll down and select wipe data and factory reset and hit on yes. Now this will wipe the flash memory on your device, making space for the new ROM. Scroll down and select wipe cache partition option. This will wipe the temporary app data left on your device by your old ROM and hit on yes. Now both of these options will not take more than 10 seconds. Now most people, they don't wipe their devices before flashing a ROM, which leads to boot loops and write errors. So don't forget to wipe your device before flashing a new ROM. Now once you have created a backup and your device is wiped, you are all set to flash the new ROM. Navigate to install zip option, select choose from SD card, and navigate to the place where you have placed your ROM. Now since we downloaded it directly from our device, it should be in the download folder. Select the ROM file and hit on yes. And the flashing process will begin. Now depending on the size of the ROM, the flashing can take between 2 to 15 minutes. So grab a cup of coffee, sit back, and during the entire process, do not touch your device or do not fiddle around with it. Alright, the flashing is successful. It only took about 3 minutes to flash this ROM on my phone, and once flashing is completed, simply go back, go to the top and select reboot system and hit on yes. Now the first boot after flashing a new ROM can take a while. It will be slow. It usually takes around 2 to 3 minutes. Even if it takes 10 minutes, don't freak. Let it sit there, it will boot. Again, the same rule applies.
Sit back and during the entire process, do not touch your device or do not fiddle around with it.
And after the first boot is done, thereafter your phone will boot fast. It's just the first boot that can take a while. Alright, Android is optimizing the apps. That's a good sign. And it's booted up. There we have the welcome screen. Let me select the language and get through this quickly. And ho-hoy, there we have the new ROM. No TouchWiz, near stock Android, and no bloatwares, and you get to choose what apps you want. With the new style launcher, very smooth and responsive, and even the notification bar looks great. And if we go into the settings and hop into about devices, and as you can see, we have upgraded from Android version 5.0.2 to 5.1.1. And on top of that, we get the latest binaries, security patches, and a lot of customization option that comes with the CyanogenMod mod ROM. And usually custom ROMs are light, they are small in size, they consume less space, giving more space to your apps. According to me, the stock version of Android is usually the best version of Android. So yeah folks, that's how you install a custom ROM on your phone. Again, if you don't like your new ROM, you can always try another one, or you can go back to custom recovery and restore your stock ROM just the way I showed you earlier. So yup, it's 100% safe and fail-proof. So go ahead and try something new. Go ahead and flash a custom ROM. And do check the description box under the like button. I have answered some commonly asked questions and FAQs down below. So yeah friends, that's about it. If this video did help you and you got to learn something new today, don't forget to be the cool guy who gives thumbs ups to videos. And do subscribe if you haven't already to watch more interesting videos like these. More videos are on the way. Until then, I'm your host HK from the Android Guy signing out. And as always, you guys have a great day. Peace. And those of you who want to stick around, you can hear me beatbox. Alright, 1, 2,